Happy Thanksgiving, pilgrims. Hey, pilgrims.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Boss Lux, a channel documenting a journey to success because success begins with the mind. My name is Camilla Mills, and today we are going to be discussing good debt versus bad debt. Yes, what a wonderful time to talk about this right before Black Friday, right before Cyber Monday. Do you need it? Do you not? Is it a want? Is it a need? Who knows? Now, the more I go through my financial journey, the more I learn to understand my relationship with money, credit, debt, good debt versus bad debt. And I figured this would be a great time to talk about good debt versus bad debt because sometimes we may feel as though we need something. But do we really need it? Do you really need to upgrade your AirPods? Probably not. But if you are in school and you need a new laptop, yeah, you probably need to get a new one if the old one is broken. Not because the new series came out. Or if you are a photographer and you need a new camera, sure, by all means, go ahead and get it. It's something that's bringing you income on a consistent basis. Yeah, it might be a need, but if it's an iPhone that you want to upgrade because the old one is the old one and the new one just came out next week, I don't know. It's a big question mark. Now, if you ask Dave Ramsey, he's going to tell you get rid of all debt. Debt, just no, we're not doing debt. Just get rid of it. Pay off your 30-year mortgage in 5 years. Get rid of it. No, I actually really love Dave Ramsey. Like, I've been listening to him since I was a kid. But, sometimes I feel as though we have to be just a tad bit realistic when it comes to good debt versus bad debt. Because there is such thing as good debt. Now, what exactly is good debt? And when is it a necessity to go into debt? Let's find out. Now, before I go further into what good debt versus bad debt, I definitely want to make this disclaimer. If you are bad with money, if you know you have a bad relationship with money, maybe revisit this video when you further your knowledge on this subject. I'm just a person on your screen. I have no idea if you are good with money or bad with money. That is for you to figure out. And I think deep down, you probably know if you're good with money or bad with money. So if you're bad with money, maybe find ways to get better or build better relationships with money, and then revisit the good debt versus bad debt topic. And I would explain why this is a necessary disclaimer. So what's bad debt? Mortgage. Mortgage is not an asset to you. It is an asset to the bank. Cars. Unless you're an Uber driver, Lyft, anything that requires you to have a car for a job, maybe the transporter, no, it is not an asset to you. Credit cards. Unless you're credit card churning and you're not paying interest on any of your cards, it's bad debt. Guys, I promise you, it's really that simple. If it takes money out of your pockets on a monthly basis and doesn't replace it, doesn't give you money, it's bad debt. It's that simple. Now, what's good debt? A mortgage. If it's an investment property, if you're renting out the units or it's a commercial property, something that brings in money on a monthly basis, it's good debt. Cars or trucks. Let's say you finance an 18-wheeler and you hire somebody to drive the truck for you, or even you do it yourself. You're importing goods here and there. Yes, you're bringing in money. Although you're financing that truck and you're in debt with that truck, you're bringing in more money on a monthly basis making those runs. So is that necessarily bad debt? Not really, because your service is probably going to pay off that truck in no time. And that's the idea behind good debt. Student loans are a bit on the controversial side of good debt versus bad debt. Now, back in the day, student loans, going to school, going to college was a necessity. That was debt that people were willing to take on, no problem. Nowadays, we go to school and a good chunk of people come out of school, graduate with a full bachelor's degree and don't even get a job in their field to pay them the expected salary. that they were looking for. Now, if you're going to school for occupations like engineering, doctor, lawyer, therapist, psychiatrist, teacher, any of those things where you require a master's or a PhD, you absolutely need to go to school. Taking on student loan debt is a necessity because you can't get your degree without it. If you go to school and you realize school isn't really for me, that's unfortunate because you probably just took on a bunch of debt for no reason. How are you going to pay that back? Really doing the research behind what you want to go to school for and knowing how much they're expected to pay before you go to school and understanding college and student loans is really a big thing. So really do your research before taking on that kind of debt because some colleges can get pricey quick. And rest assured, Sally Mae does not go anywhere. She's with you for the rest of your life. Another controversial one that I brought up actually on the bad debt is credit card churning. Now, what is credit card churning? Credit card churning can be such an amazing way to make money off of the banks legally. You know, it's almost like robbing them, but not really robbing them. But what is credit card churning? Credit card churning is pretty much applying for cards or new cards, I should say, just to reap their sign-up bonuses. Now, not necessarily just their sign-up bonuses, but if you apply for a card and they give you a 14-month free interest, yeah, you can use that credit card to start your business. Really, if you want to start a side hustle of reselling sneakers or reselling luxury watches, buy the sneaker or the watch on your credit cards, pay them off within the 14 months so you're not paying interest on them. Now, don't get ahead of yourself. If you want to do something that you're passionate about, do something that you're passionate about. But I don't mean do something as in, okay, buy the sneakers or buy 3 pairs of the sneakers. I think I'm going to keep this one. No, you're taking a loss. That's a loss. Don't do that, okay? Do not take your own product. No. Use the credit cards to the best of your advantage. When I say credit card and credit can be taken advantage of, I actually really mean that. You can use credit cards to make you so much money. It's really just that simple. You're not going into debt just to accumulate debt. No, you're going into debt to make more money. So, perfect example. My brother actually rides motorcycles and he flips motorcycles. So, what did he do? He bought a motorcycle, let's say for $6,000 on his credit card. And within the next couple of months, he sells it for $8,000. $8,000. So, he keeps $2,000 and he pays off his credit card for that $6,000. Now, this is still within that same 14-month time frame of no interest. So he didn't pay any interest on it and actually profited off of that sell for $2,000. And guess what? He actually also gets side up bonuses, cashback rewards. Now, depending on the card, you can actually make double of what he got for cashback. For example, Discover It. They match you on your first year. So you can actually make money off of credit and credit cards. You just have to be wise with it. Now, I say this with caution. If you're getting into something that you are very passionate about, again, let's say sneakers or watches or bikes, for example, don't ride the bike and say, I'm going to keep this bike. Or, something happens to the bike. Guess what? You're going to be in a hole for $6,000. How are you going to pay it back? Understand why you bought it. Understand why you used the credit card. You used the credit card because you didn't want to use your personal money. Fine. Now understand why you bought it in the first place. You wanted to make profit off of it. Be responsible about it. Pay the card off. Be done. Move on to the next product. And there's your quick little video on good debt versus bad debt. Didn't really want to make this a long video. I just wanted to make this a quick little Black Friday, Cyber Monday do's and don'ts of this video. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more videos like this, if you can do me a favor, press the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Definitely going to be more videos like this. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when we upload, which is every Thursdays at 5 o'clock. Before I let you guys go, don't forget, success begins with the mind. Bye.